So hey guys, and as you can probably read by the title of this video, Discord Bot Maker has received its first major update, version 1.10, and this is just going to be a quick video documentation of all the new features added to this update, as it's just a collection of all this minor stuff. Like, it's only been a couple days since Discord Bot Maker has been released. However, thanks to all the feedback by a lot of people, I've been able to improve this a lot. So let's get straight into looking at all the new stuff. The first thing being is the fact that now you can select a project template when creating a new project. Now what this allows you to do is set up pretty much some pre-built, already existing save data into your project when creating it. So for example, if I select the basic commands and events, this will set up so our new project will have the basic commands and events save data and all that stuff, so you can test it out, get an idea, and have some sample commands and events for using in your project. So yeah, we'll make that happen real quick, and we will create the bot and see what happens. So now, as you can see, the events the basic command and events gives you all of these commands to start out with, and a couple of events such as a welcome message, leave message, and an auto response example to help give new users an idea of what's going on. So that's really all there is to that. Now the next important thing that's been added is the ability to drag stuff. That's right, you can now actually drag your stuff up and down and around, so now you no longer have to use the weird arrows and everything. So yeah, it works for commands, works for events, so you can organize stuff like this, and of course it also works for all of your actions. So if you want to just drag an action down right here, you can now do that and just reorder them just like that. No more of that other arrow craziness. So that's great and awesome. Speaking of actions, you can now also double click on an action to just open it up directly. So if you want to quickly edit one of these, such as set the embed description, you'd open it up like that just by double clicking, and you'll be good to go. You can edit it and do whatever you want, just like that. The next thing is I've also added a couple new stuff when it comes to storing member data. So we'll just go right here. So we'll go to member control, store member data, store member info, Now in here I've added the ability to store the member's game, the member's status, and the URL to their avatar. So this is helpful for stuff like, just if you want to see what game they're playing, if you want to get their status, or if you want to somehow insert the URL into an embed object. That is now a lot more easier to do. Furthermore, as I just showed you, we also now have the store member data action, which allows you to store data from a member into a variable for easier access. We can also insert a default value when performing this action, so that if this data doesn't exist, this will automatically set it so the default value is inserted into the data, then also inserted into the variable. And of course, this also exists for the corresponding server data. So if we go to server control, we will find the store server data, which once again allows us to store server data into a variable. And let me turn on my phone real quick so I can see the other stuff that I added. So next thing I've done is when you exit the program, instead of having that other pop-up from before, now we have a more clear pop-up that gives you choices to save and close, don't save and close, or cancel the entire process. So we can hit cancel or close off. We can just click out of here or close off. We can hit don't save or save, and these will close it, and then do the corresponding save or don't save action. So that's that. And then finally, while you can't see it right here, I've also added in order to, facilitate a better way of updating your project's JavaScript files, I've added a prompt and a check that makes so that whenever you open your project, it'll check to see if your bot.js file from within your project is up to date. And if it isn't, it'll prompt you. So I'm going to set that up real quick to show you how that happens. So now if we open up Discord Bot Maker right here, it should give us a prompt that says, hey man, your thing isn't up to date. Why don't you update it real quick? So here we go. We're going to hit OK. And now our bot project is now up to date and ready to go. And that's all it takes. Just a very simple prompt. It looks kind of a little weird because it happened before everything was loaded. But hey, it's all good and everything. But besides that, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now there was the other stuff that was added in previous updates. I'll just go over that real quick, which were the, of course, the first thing was the inserting data through a right click, so I can insert a temporary variable, insert a command author. It's that simple. It's very convenient now. I've also added the ability to get the edit data, or as I call it, the raw data of a command or an event, just by right clicking, hitting edit raw data, and this will give us a data I can then copy and paste to replicate it. So for example, we can copy it like this, create a new event, then just paste the raw data into this new event, and then it'll replicate the event like that. Or I mean, command, my bad. And this is helpful for support, so like if you have a problem and you need some help, you just send all the code into the server or into a chat. Then the person who's helping you can get that, edit it, see what's wrong, and it makes things a lot simpler. So that's that. Final thing, what's next? Oh yeah, so another thing I've done is made it so that if we get rid of this real quick, going to the helper here, you might have already noticed that if you go right here, the messaging is now all in mono-spaced font. So now that makes organizing a lot easier because now I can just, organize it like this, and it looks pretty nice. So that's a small, nice key feature that someone recommended, and I threw it in, and it looks pretty good. We also have, oh, that's right. There's also another edit to an existing action, which is now conditions. All these conditions now have the ability to use regular expressions. So if you select the match regex, you can now use this to compare a value to a different value. For example, if we go to, a good example of this is actually the auto response. See, what we're doing here is we're storing the text of the message. Then we're checking this against a regular expression. So we're going to test to see if the text matches hello, hey, or hi. And those who know regular expressions or how they work, this is going to check to see whether it's any of these three. And then it's also going to be it's going to be not case sensitive. So I'm going to quickly set up this bot and I'll show you how it goes. So now if we go run this project real quick like this, and we go over to our Discord right here, as you can see, we can type normal messages such as this is a message like that. That's all good. If I type in hi like that, it's going to reply. If I type in hello, hey, it's going to reply. Hello. It's not going to reply with the exclamation point, but if we type in hello, bam, there we go. So yeah, you can get pretty creative with that and do some cool stuff. So that is that, and I believe that's all it. There's also been a bunch of bug fixes, but I know no one cares about that. But if you had a bug and maybe it didn't work, maybe now it will work. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for the 1.1 update. I swear, voice, music bot, all that stuff is coming soon. It's had to get all the base stuff out of the way. Get clear, like, what's the word for it? Smooth it out? No, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye for now. I'm just stalling for time as I pull up my recorder right here, and